Okay, Holly, so far you have gone from 21 to 54, so big jump in the first couple of papers. So let's see if that sort of improvement can continue this time. With this one, I've mentioned this before, make sure that you are careful adding zeros when you're working with money. Your calculator doesn't add those for you. This is something that I would expect you to be able to get. 5%, 0.05 times £169.40. This one, it's metric units, so meters, kilometers and kilograms are fine. Gallons isn't metric, it's imperial. What they're looking for there is liters. 61 is okay. I still don't like the way you colour the squares in. I would rather you just give a little tick or something like that to show the crosses, the squares that you are including, but as a method it's fine. So on that first page you have got 9. That's good. Cylinder, pentagon, prism is good. 5 marks on that page. That is a radius. That one is called a chord. It cuts, it's a chord. It touches, it's a tangent. And then here there is no horizontal or vertical symmetry, because if there was, that would be shading that and that would be shading that. There is diagonal symmetry, but because you've got 2 wrong lines you don't get any marks. And similarly with this one, there is no diagonal symmetry because that isn't there, and similarly that isn't there. So again, unfortunately no marks there. 4/10 is correct, but so is that, because that also cancels down to 2/5, and that cancels down to 2/5. So one of those, that's wrong. You shaded in 50%, a half. A quarter would just be 2 of those. 6/10 is wrong. There aren't 10 squares there altogether, there are 15 squares altogether. So 6 out of 15 will get you 1 mark, but then in its simplest form, both of those numbers you can divide by 3 to get 2/5. So you don't get any marks there. So that's a really disappointing page. I would be expecting you to get full marks on questions like that. 8 is the number he thought of. 11. Again, with questions like that, you should be able to do. It's not times 4n, it's just times 4. It's not asking you for an nth term rule. That is 27. That isn't 3y. If he's the car is 3 years younger. If a car was 10 years old, one that was 3 years younger, what would you be doing? You know the answer is 7. What have you done? You've subtracted 3. That is 8. And again, that is something that I would expect you to be able to do, so make sure you take a look at that on my video solution. 45 is correct. These, again, there's 5 marks there that I would expect you to be able to do, so make sure you take a look on the video clip how to do that. When you're exchanging, when you're going from pounds into euros, you will be multiplying and then dividing, going in the opposite direction. So again, lots of basic things here that I would, I'm surprised, having come down from the higher tier, that you can't seem to do. Take a look how I explain that on the video clip. As and that, this one is correct. Good. 73 is correct. What you then have to do with that 73 is take it away from 180, because what you've got there is a straight line. So you do 180, take away 73 for that second part. This is something we will be practicing, but again, that is something that would have come up on the higher tier quite early on, and something that you should be confident to have a go at. 80 and 40 are correct. There's no correlation as there is no evident pattern. Yeah, that's good enough. And then your points are all well plotted. So 5 marks for that question. This isn't trig, it's Pythag, which I know you will have practiced. Compound depreciation, I'm sure you would have practiced in the higher tier. So again, make sure you watch how I work through those questions. Okay, Holly, so we are looking to beat 54. I'm not confident you're going to get there. Let's see, 9, 14, 16, 23, 26, 30, 34, 35, 40. 40 marks is an E. It's 8 marks off a D, 21 marks off a C. There's a lot of marks you've left missing on that paper, either by getting things wrong that you should be expecting to get right, or that you just left out. So it's important that you spend time watching me go through this paper and picking up on the things that you were doing wrong.